Alright, let's try this recording again. What's up, guys? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the nicest hedgehog here with our Sliph Draft Association's Week 5 Team Builder. I actually found out there's an 8-week season, which I've also kind of exploited in the draft analysis a little bit there. We're here for Week 5. This is a makeup game, and we have the Week 6 game. As you guys can see, I'm in the midst of prepping for my Week 6 game right there. I'm planning to actually play both Week 5 and Week 6 tomorrow. Well, not exactly as this recording goes up, but tomorrow after I record this video. So nice break in the fourth wall for you guys there. First off, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We are pretty much 3.5 days away from Christmas. Crazy. That's actually happening. But yeah, if you guys are excited, leave a like, if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be further with the King crew. And with that being said, let's get into this team up breakdown. But before we even do that, guys, I actually need something clear. I found out through one of the mods that Armaldo actually belonged to another coach, and that updated Mon did not get on their roster and therefore was available towards me. And I had to fix that. So we don't actually have Zoidberg or Armaldo on the team, which I'm a little sad. I think Zoidberg could have definitely came. But we did end up picking up a Lone Sandslash that replaces a Rapid Spinner, but also now gives us another Steel type. It gives us another Ice type for the team, and it gives us a little bit of a hail kind of directory towards with weather as well. So also gave us Spikes and Rocks. So things kind of went better for us, as you can kind of say. So there was that. But with that being said, let's go now ahead and get into the team builder here. Looking at my opponent's team, we are facing against, like, I believe it was the Portland Boreanzis. I think it was his name, which I do apologize if that's wrong. He's got the mascot pick in Porygon Z, his Ubers in Darkrai and Mega Lucario, Crobat, Comfey, Seismitoad, Weavile, Gengar, Miltank, and Sandslash. This team's very difficult to prep for. Because Yannick could bring pretty much about every single thing on his team except for Sandslash. That's like kind of sad that he could bring about every single thing. Yeah. But in terms, like I said, I don't think Sandslash coming. If I had to take a guess, I kind of don't see Miltank coming less Miltank. I was like, here's the thing, right? His only rocker besides Seismitoad is Miltank, and if Miltank comes, Miltank has to carry Rocks because Rocks could actually be decently good against my team. It's not like the greatest, but it's decently good against my squad. This matchup's also just really rough in general. I mean, then he's got things like um, the Gengar here. Gengar very annoying for my team. Just stupidly very offensive Pokemon. Really kind of can do a lot against my team if I'm not careful with. So that's another thing I could have put out there. Excuse me. Another thing kind of just to push out there in terms of what we can do with it here. So just Gengar is a strong Pokemon as well. Weavile is something I could potentially easily see broad against my team. Weavile just kind of clicks a button versus me. Banded Weavile just also claims to kill. Banded Weavile can struggle though against Eternatus because of the fact that Eternatus is outspeeded. But against the 6 I expect him to bring, I think Comfey comes. Comfey, I think, is being his defogger for this matchup where Crobat can be more up offensive. I do expect a Nasty Plot Crobat set. I think Nasty Plot Crobat is very good against my team in terms that it can check Celesteela, it can check Gallade, it can check Rotom because Nasty Plot was Giga Trade. And either be able to go offensive or Black Sludge, one of the items there. Porygon Z, I can definitely see him being Choice Scarf in this matchup. Porygon Z just claims a KO ever, so can really do a lot of work with adaptability. Plasmatoad, I definitely expect to be his rocker. This matchup do expect things like Rocky Helmet or Leftovers. Darkrai, I do expect potentially maybe Choice Specs, Life Orb, Expert Belt in that regard. And then obviously it's like Mega Lucario. I think it could be a possible mixed Lucario set. Um, on the chance that he could think about what Celesteela set I'm going to be bringing, kind of counteract against the Celesteela that he thinks I could bring. Excuse me. On what I could bring towards the matchup, so kind of keep track of that. But overall, this team matchup, it's going to be hard, but I think we can definitely pull off a victory here. I think it's just going to be really, like, time management wise and just really figure out some stuff there. But kicking it off first is our Uber, of course, and Eternatus, our Echo Skeleton here. With Sledgejoy, Dragon Pulse, Dynamax Cannon, and Recover. Dual Stab just claims KOs in this matchup. I think I'm going to actually make a safe bet here and actually rock with the Flamethrower just to make sure I can hit the Lucario. So pretty much just bringing stabs plus flamethrower recover. This is a very offensive with a little bit of bulk towards it. It has enough speed to outspeed his base 125s and below. It does not. I did not bother speed time with Crowback just because I could give myself some defensive estimate actually. Yeah. Some defense options for my team instead of just having a natural just defensive option. So I think overall just Eternus just looks so good against his team. He definitely can do a lot of work. He definitely can get some KOs and everything like that. So really looking for Eternus to put in a lot of good work this week. Another potential Mon that can win this game, also rocking out with a Life Orb as well. And I was tricked on this one because I'm going to spoil it. We do bring him on with a weakness policy. I was almost tempted to bring weakness policy again, but the possibility of getting a potential chance to get a knockoff on this Mon is very annoying. But I'd rather be okay losing my knockoff to a Life Orb than my weakness policy. We're talking about Steelo, obviously. Very offensive, a little bit of bulk, obviously. We have enough speed to outspeed at +2, a max speed Darkrai. We did not bother for we did not bother for Crobat because if we get this thing autotomized up before Crobat does, Crobat can't do too much damage towards me, which is very good unless it's boosted, obviously. So definitely something to kind of play a factor into there. But Flash Cannon and Energy Ball and Flamethrower just check everything on his team to the key. It definitely just kind of weeds down things. I need a little bit of chip on Darkrai to pretty much guarantee the KO on Darkrai, but everything else I can pretty much almost guarantee knockout from full just from guaranteed damage rates. And once I start getting Beast Boost, I can just start sweeping. So Celestial is a potential win con for this matchup. A good breaker slash potential win con is definitely in Gallade here this week. And we're rocking a very unique Gallade set here. We are actually running Jolly set with 96 in speed for the Porygon Z. We outspeed max speed Porygon Z, so the thing is Choice Scarf. We will get to know information about that. What's really cool about this set, though, it gives us a bit of a mix of kind of pseudo bulky but offensive at the same time. Running 112 in HP, max attack, and 48 in speed def. With bulk up, Shadow Sneak, Brain Punch, and Sinha, but realistically, dual stabs all I really need in this matchup. Dual stab just hits so much on his team really hard. It's really good. Another reason also, I was playing something, we could have easily brought Lone Ninetales, and I really wanted to bring Lone Ninetales, because Scarf Ninetales just basically claimed the KO. The problem I had with Ninetales this matchup was that Lucario's matchup against us was really, really good, and it's also a Mega Lucario. And the fact that Mega Lucario just matched up so well against my team, we just kind of prevented me, excuse me, for preventing me from doing much. And the reason why I say it prevents me from being like, oh, just from a Berry, you live a hit. But if rocks come up, I don't think I'd live an adaptability hit. And also, just in general, I would have to run Berry, and then I can't have anything to hit the Crobat because that's why Scarf would have been better. But that's why we have subbed that out. But Gallade, I think you do really well. We have Shadow Sneak there just to catch a potential Gengar. It also helps with getting last chip damage off there as well. There's just overall a really good Pokemon for this matchup. Up next, we have Mr. Clean the Room Wash here with double status, Hex, and Thunderbolt. Thunderwave, Toxic, Hex, and Thunderbolt. I'm taking the gamble of not running the Will-O-Wisp this matchup. That's a big gamble, but most of his team is special. Oh my god, I need to stop yawning. Most of his team is special, in my opinion, so I think this is gonna actually kind of benefit me a little bit more towards this. His Seismitoad obviously could have Toxic as well, and definitely could be a very annoying thing to have. But I think overall it's going to be one of those things I can kind of just point out and take advantage of. But dual status with Hex kind of just really wheeling down his team because he's not really good ghost switches on his team at all, which is really, really good. And then obviously Thunderbolt for general stab. He doesn't besides Seismitoad, he doesn't really take Thunderbolt switches really, really well. And again, I don't fear Sand Slash because Sand Slash doesn't do too much to me. So yeah, I can pretty much be able to whittle things down, status everything on his team. The Comfey has Heal Bell that can definitely be an issue, but I think we overall can kind of take care of that. Up next is the set I am so proud of because I thought of this of myself, and I thought that this set single-handedly wins the game. Can single-handedly either win this game or can single-handedly break down my opponent's team. We are running a fully Spadef invested Claydol this week with almost near max HP and max Spadef with just a little bit of defense investment. Trick Room, Iron Defense, Store Power, and Body Breath. Now, the reason why I say there's a struggle of him bringing something like, say, for example, Specs Darkrai against my team is that Specs Darkrai gets outsped by a lot of things, and then again, your Darkrai just doesn't really need Specs when he can just run something like Nasty Plot. I don't remember if there was a complex ban of Nasty Plot on Darkrai, but if Darkrai can get access to Nasty Plot, then Darkrai kind of just wins. So that's something to kind of just play a bit of a factor into that. But if I get a Trick Room up and I can get Iron Defense off first, or if I can get a Trick Room and weaken down that Darkrai in range of Body Press, I get rid of that thing. But basically, the design of this set is simple: get an Iron Defense off, hopefully live one hit from Darkrai or from any one of his mons, whatever he wants to go with, get my weakness policy popped off, and then just start getting body press and store power sets going. I don't. He might expect body press if he sees Iron Defense potentially, or he could just see Iron Defense as a way to kind of get access towards the weakness policy boost in a way. So if I can catch him off guard with the set, it'd be really good. I really think this Claydol set really puts in a lot of work. Claydol doesn't really have a good matchup at all in this game, to be honest with you, but I think the set Claydol brings here is super good. And what's also really cool about Trick Room is that Trick Room does provide me some options here. It provides me actually an option for Delay to outspeed certain things in Trick Room, which is really good. Same thing for Celestial without the Autotomize. Same thing for my next mon Robin Hood, and also for my Rotom Wash. Just a lot of great ways for my team to really kind of pivot in there and actually kind of get some damage off, even with Trickle, even though I have some fast. So really excited for that Claydol set. And last but not least, we have Robin Hood this week. I'm taking a little bit of a gamble with Robin Hood this week. I'm actually running more of a offensive set, and I'm only running a reliable move in Shadow Sneak and Leaf Blade for this matchup. It's the combination of Ghost plus Sneak is really good. I do, if he burns Miltank, I do have to be very careful of potential Sapsip or Miltank. If it's Sapsip or Miltank, I'm basically going into this with 5 Mons and have to get rid of that Miltank. Because if I don't get rid of Miltank, and it's Miltank and 1 Mon, and then this Mon, I had to automatically forfeit the match because if he's just gonna stall out the match to where he can't hit me, we will just concede defeat, or he would just have to, or I would basically say I'll concede defeat, I'll click a move that doesn't attack, and then you can kill me there or something like that, because I don't want us to go and struggle to death and everything like that. That just doesn't seem like fun entertainment. But if it gets there, it gets there. But Source Hand set really just kind of pulls into his team. If I can get his Swords Hands up and I can take the one hit from the Darkrai gets smacked up with the Leaf Blade, and then I can start sneaking everything on his team. Roost is just there for reliable recovery purposes. It's a really good mod this week. We have enough speed to outspeed no speed invested Comfey, which is really good. The rest went to our attack and HP just for a little bit of bulk, but just more for our offensive capabilities. But that's the team we're going to bring this week. I really hope we can pick up a win. If we pick up a win, our playoff chances are good. If we lose, there's still a tiny chance for playoffs, but you guys can see why what we're going to be facing next week, my playoff chances will suck if I win this matchup. But yeah, again, it's Ubers. Ubers is anything you can not expect. So yeah, but like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, guys.